Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I have to formally introduce this channel to you. This channel is basically designed to give solutions to all your problems, worries and challenges ranging from your school or university assignments or your project work, both the project topic, the project writing, and maybe project materials. Anyone you need, just inform me. I will attend to that. Then if you need past questions and answers for any professional exams in Nigeria, just inform me. Inform me on this channel. Then we can teach you on how to teach and write lesson plans in your various schools. Then this channel also gives solutions to issues and challenges on marriages, relationships, and friendships. If you're having any challenges in your family, in your relation, in your marriage, in your family, that's your marriage, bring it to me, to my table. I will attend to that and I will make peace accordingly. Then this channel also gives you solution on health and health related issues. So if you're having any health challenge or your family member or your parents, just ask me and I will give you the better solution. Then this channel also talks about business trends. It gives you news and other entertainment updates. So please, you see all these. If there's any part of it you want me to attend to, please go down to the comment section below or the description box. You shall see my WhatsApp link where I have a solution room. If you want to speak to me in private, just click on that WhatsApp link in the description box below. You shall come into my WhatsApp room, then you can talk to me privately on any of these issues. So then you have to also subscribe to this channel. Please go down to the box below. You shall see a subscription button. They write subscribe in a red color, subscribe. Please click on that subscribe. You will see a bell icon. Click on the bell icon and select all to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Like it.
So here is the sample of a lesson plan, and the lesson plan was as well developed to a lesson note. So we are starting with the name of the teacher, name of the school, then we write dates after name of the school, then write dates. Then the next is the time, and these are called the preambles. So the next thing is duration. Then we'll write age of the learners. Then we write the subject. Then after the subject, we write the class. Then after the class, we write topic of the day, and the subtopic. That is the division of that topic you want to teach. So these are the preambles that you must write first. Then coming to the name of the teacher is Maureen Lucy. At this point, this is a sample of a lesson plan. So this teacher's name is Maureen Lucy, and the name of the school is YouTube International School. YouTube International School. Then the teacher writes the date and the rest of the preambles. The subject is economics, and the economics is for SS1 students. So then we go to the topic, production. So the topic for today is production, and we have done production previously. So now the subtopic we are going to treat today is the factors of production. That is what the teacher means by subtopics. So, but if there is no subtopic, you can just write only the topic production because you're just starting it. Or if there's any segments you are going to teach on that topic. Then the next one is reference materials. After the preambles, the first thing you write is the reference materials. So in this reference materials, you are going to quote the reference material where you sourced your information. That is the textbook or online or anyhow you googled it, or the textbook you copied from. Says Principles of Economics by Amechi A.E. and Azubi KCR 2004, and also Essential Economics for Senior Secondary Schools by Cole Esan Ande 2015. So that is the textbook where I solve the material. The next one is instructional materials. So in these instructional materials, these are the items you want to, or the object which you want to display while teaching to emphasize your points. So this one says food products such as cookies, donuts, bottled water, etc. These are the things the teacher wants to show or display while teaching to emphasize the points. So the next one is teaching method. Teaching method or teaching techniques. So we have discussion, questioning, discussion, and demonstration. These are the techniques the teacher wants to use to teach. So we move to entry behavior. That's the next step. Then we say the teacher came in with the instructional materials and asked the students to define production based on their previous knowledge or previous lesson. So meaning they have taught, the teacher have defined the production previously in his last class or in her last class. So the next step is behavioral objectives. Behavioral objectives. Then you state, by the end of the lesson, the students will be able to 1. Define factors of production. 2. Describe the resources used for production. Then 3. Understands the stages of production. Then after that is the content. That is where you start developing your notes as you are planning it. Then the content, or you write the instructional procedure. Either you write the content or you write the instructional procedure. You have to just write one. Then step 1, introduction. It must come in step by step. So the first step is introduction. Then under this introduction, the first thing we write under each step is the teacher's activity. After the step 1, you write teacher's activity. We all know that in a classroom setting, the teachers and the students are involved in learning. So the teacher's activity, here you have to quote, what were the teacher's activity during this stage? How did the teacher introduce the teaching and how the students were responding to it? So that is why you have to quote the teacher. Okay, here, okay, I'm writing the teacher introduces the lesson by showing the students a food product such as cookie and donuts, and asks the students to brainstorm on what was necessary to be used in making or producing the donuts or the cookie. Then the teacher reviewed the students' answers and discussed the answers, and then tells the students now they will be learning about what goes into making products, a concept which is referred to as factors of production. And that is how it goes. Now here is the students' activities. At this stage 1, that is the step 1 introduction, as the teacher have introduced the topic, what were the students doing at this moment? You now state, the students listened answered the teacher's questions and takes notes of it. That is, the students take down the topic on their books. So that was the stage 1 or the step 1 activity. Okay, then after that, we move to step 2. Under the step 2, we have the meaning of factors of production. Meaning of factors of production. Then, as you have written this step 2 in capital letter, the next thing under every step is teacher's activities. Teacher's activities. The teacher explains the meaning of factors of production as agents, components, or resources which are combined together to produce goods and services. Then the students' activities. The students listened and took notes. So that is the teacher's activity and the student's activity in each step. Then step 3, factors of production. Teacher's activity. The teacher lists the 4 factors of production as land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, and explains them to the understanding of the students as thus. Land. Land is defined in economics as a free gift of nature. It does not only include land surface of the earth, but all other free gifts of nature or natural resources like forest, mineral, and so on. So the next thing is labor. Then number 3 is capital. Then number 4 is entrepreneur. You have to just explain the notes the way you should write it on the board. Then after that is students' activity. The students echoed the 4 factors of production together following the teacher's instruction. And they take down notes. Then after the students' activities, you move to another step. That is if there is any other step. Like this one says step 4, stages of production. Teacher's activity, the teacher listed and explained the stages of production as follows. Number 1, primary economic activities. This involves in extraction of natural orders. Then number 2, secondary economic activities. Then you explain. Number 3, tertiary economic activities. Then you also explain. These activities are also called services. Once primary and secondary industries complete their production of goods, there are activities necessary to bring them to the consumers, and they are called services. For example, travel boats or trucks from the agricultural island brings farm products to the local markets. Then student activity. The student listens to the teacher's explanation on the stages of production and they take down the notes. Then at this point is evaluation. Evaluation. The teacher evaluates the students by asking them questions based on the stated behavioral objectives to ascertain the level of effectiveness of the instruction as thus. 1. Describe the resources used for production. 2. Demonstrate the understanding of the key concepts of the factors of production. That's to define. 3. Mention the stages of production. Or either you say this or you quote this. Evaluation. At the end of the lesson, the students were able to do the following. Then you also write number 1 as you have written. That is, describe the resources used for production. 2. Demonstrate the understanding of the key concepts of the factors of production. That's defined. 3. Mention the stages of production. So either you state the teachers evaluate the student by asking them questions based on the stated behavioral object, or you state at the end of the lesson the students were able to do the following. So either you say this or you say this. You have to use only one, either the first one or the second one. I just state it so that you can be able to understand the 2 measurable terms we can use. Then the next one is closure or summary. The teacher summarizes the lesson by repeating the main points of the lesson and then gave a detailed note on the board. Sometimes you can separate both the closure from the summary. You can write the summary different and the teacher summarizes the lesson. Then under the closure, you can write that the teacher closed by giving the students a detailed note on the board. Then after that, you can separate it or you put them together. Then after that is assignment. The teacher gave the students assignment based on the lesson as tasks. Define the term factors of production. 2. Mention the factors of production and explain them. 3. List and narrate the stages of production. So this assignment has been compulsory in educational institutions. At the end of every teaching, there must be an assignment. So every teaching must have an assignment. That's what they are saying, and that is why assignments should be separate at last. That will be the last thing, and you have to state it. So here is the sample, the complete sample of what we have done so far, from the preambles, reference materials, instructional materials, teaching methods, entry behavior, behavioral objectives, then step 1, step 2, and so on and so forth. So that is the sample of the lesson notes. Don't forget we chose economics as our subject for SS1, and our topic is production, but the subtopic we taught today was factors of production, and this is the proper lesson plan for that, especially for the teaching practice students. So it's for teaching practice, then where you can do your plan and develop the plan as well to give it a lesson plan and a lesson note together. So, and that is how we roll. And don't forget while teaching to bring in all the teaching methods, teaching techniques, teaching strategies, all of them, questioning, discussion, demonstration. We'll still have many of them. We'll also have play method and the rest of them, and these are the things that facilitates learning, teaching and learning process, and it will help all of us to do well. And don't forget, while teaching, you have to make sure you follow all the steps as you are teaching. This is a plan you need to work on, so this plan should always guide your teaching. So thank you as you watch all this topic on this lesson notes. So the next thing we are going to do is to teach practically using this lesson notes. We're going to teach practically using this lesson note to see how you can bring in this your plan into the classroom teaching and learning situation for a better teaching practice success. So you are going to watch. Please go to the description box below and see the link, and please follow us on that to watch the next channel, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video.